And right here and on the record, GOP presidential candidate and Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, Greta?
Good, Senator. Senator, let me give you a little history. Going back 3 years, August 2012, President Obama said there was a red line and that he threatened force against Syria for what was going on in Syria. A few months later, December of 2012, he issued another warning to Assad and Syria and about the use of chemical weapons. He said the world is watching. 3 months later, Aleppo, March 2013, according to the UN, chemical weapons were used. They were also used about 8 months later in August of 2013. Now we go to today. There are 2 million Syrian refugees. I've seen the refugee camps in Iraq with Reverend Franklin Graham. We now have a crisis in Budapest with thousands in a train station desperate. It's a humanitarian crisis. What are we going to do? What's our job?
Well, first of all, we've allowed the Syrian situation to spiral out of control. I argued from the very beginning of that conflict that the U.S. had a national security interest, primarily because of the rise of ISIS. We said that there wasn't alternatives to Assad on the ground, that where we could work with, some radical jihadist group would emerge and become the most powerful force on the ground. I was issuing those warnings from the earliest days of that conflict. This administration did nothing. They moved very slowly to arm and equip those groups, and as a result, the moderate rebels were destroyed, and radical groups like ISIS and al-Nusra took hold. And now you have this crisis threatening Europe with, hundreds of thousands of people seeking refuge from the horrifying conflict that's going on there. So again, I mean, it's not just solely the United States' responsibility, but it most certainly is in our national security interest that parts of Europe are now being destabilized because of this migratory crisis. I think at this point we find ourselves in a very difficult situation that leads to a more concise strategy on how to defeat ISIS. As long as ISIS is there and Assad remains in power, you're going to continue to see this thing spiral out of control.
All right. Well, if the United States wants to see itself as an exceptional nation, and with the crisis that's going on, even in the Czech Republic, I think they're putting names on refugees' arms, like harken back to the haunting days of an uglier part of world history. I mean, this is a terrible humanitarian crisis. We've seen a little boy's body wash up on the shore of Turkey, a Syrian boy, and so is the U.S. just to say this is Europe's problem now?
No, of course not. I mean, ultimately it will impact us as well because it destabilizes our allies. Some of these countries that you're now talking about are NATO allies of ours who are also being threatened by this. And by the way, in any humanitarian crisis, it also creates the possibility, for example, of mayhem. Look, you have on the border with Jordan, and we haven't talked about that, but millions, at least over 1 million refugees have now sought refuge within the borders of Jordan. I believe it's now their largest or second largest city. And it also becomes a prime target for ISIS to try to infiltrate people into that camp, destabilizing yet another key ally of ours in the region. So it is the United States issue, and it does confront us. And instability, whether it's in Europe or in any other part of the world, ultimately has an impact on our national security interests.
Donald Trump today signed the pledge that he will not run as a third party if he's not the nominee. If Donald Trump should be the nominee, would you agree to support him?
Yeah, I will support the Republican nominee, and I'm confident the Republican nominee will be someone who's realistic about our challenges, but is also optimistic about the future we can build together. Someone who understands that America remains the greatest country in the world, but we're on a road that will lead to decline and that we need to change direction. Someone who understands that if we keep promoting the same people, we're going to continue to get the same results. And I'm confident that's who our nominee is going to be. I believe after a lot of hard work it will be me, but if it's somebody else, I most certainly want to see a Republican in the White House. We can't afford another 4 to 6 years of the same agenda we've had under Barack Obama.
All right. Energy policy. I understand that you laid out your energy policy today. Can you give me sort of the thumbnail sketch?
Yeah, yesterday in Oklahoma City, we laid out an energy policy. We'll go into even more depth later this month, but it's pretty straightforward. It says we're going to fully utilize our energy resources. We are going to responsibly but fully utilize our oil, our natural gas, in addition to nuclear energy and coal technologies and everything else that's available to us. Energy not only allows us to grow those industries, it allows us to grow our economy, to be globally competitive. It'll help bring manufacturing back to the United States and create millions of jobs for Americans, both in energy and in manufacturing. And geopolitically, it will create an alternative to the world being held captive by oil, often coming from anti-American regimes like in Tehran.
Senator, thank you for joining us. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Greta.
And you can see my entire interview with Senator Rubio. Just go to GretaWire.com.